Hello friends and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Don't forget to check out membership on my channel. We're just about getting ready for the members to vote on content only, members only content for next month. And so it's a great time to join. Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, just click on the title to my channel right here. And that'll take you to the homepage. Once you're there, click on the join button and that'll give you all of the information about membership on my channel. And it's a growing group and I appreciate it very much. Today we are continuing the 1970 Cubs replay with Fall Classic Baseball. Having a great time. We are up to April 28th, 1970 in the Cubs season. The Cubs have a 9-6 record at this point, and they have played it's been for the most part winning baseball, but it's been kind of inconsistent baseball. The starting pitching has been good, the relief pitching has not, and the offense has carried the team to this point. Today, Ken Holtzman, left-hander Ken Holtzman, is on the mound for the Cubs. The Cubs are at home. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. The Cubs are in Pittsburgh at the soon-to-be demolished Forbes Field. This is game 2 of the series. I won't spoil the last game, but it was a very good one. This is the start of a road trip for the Cubs. Ken Holtzman, the left-hander for the Cubs, is on the mound. His last start was on April 24th against the Houston Astros, a game that went into extra innings that the Cubs eventually lost with more of those bullpen problems that I mentioned just a moment ago. Holtzman's record on the young season is 1-0, so he's going for his second win in today's game. He will be opposed by left-hander Luke Walker for the Pirates today. Walker in the 1970 season for the Pirates was 15-6 with 3 saves, so he was a busy guy. And we'll take a look at their cards in just a moment. The lineups are as played for the team that the Cubs oppose in the replay. And I'm using the Cubs starting pitchers that were used in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL. But the lineups are mine. And we're testing a couple of things in this replay. I'm putting Joe Pepitone on the team at the start of the season. He was, of course, an in-season acquisition for the Cubs. And I'm doing the same with Milt Pappas on the team at the start of the season. And he was an in-season acquisition as well. And I want to see if with the addition of those two players, if that would have made the difference in the pennant race that the Cubs eventually lost by 5 games. All right, so here we go with April 28th at Pittsburgh's Forbes Field. They made a switch to Three Rivers during this season. So we're at Forbes Field for the Cubs at the Pirates. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. For the visiting Cubs leading off at shortstop, this actually is... Today's lineup, by coincidence, happens to be the lineup that I'm going with, so this is the as-played lineup. Don Kessinger leads off at short. Glenn Beckert bats second at second base. Billy Williams bats third in left field. Ron Santo bats fourth at third base. Ernie Banks bats fifth, he's at first. Johnny Kallison bats sixth, he's in right field. Jim Hickman bats seventh, he's in center. And Ken Rudolph gets his first start behind the plate this season. He will bat eighth and do the catching. And it's not Bill Hands. It is Ken Holtzman, who was a 200 hitter on the 1970 season, and he will be on the mound batting ninth. There is his card. He had 38 starts with a 17-11 record on the 1970 season. All right. Now, for the homestanding Pittsburgh Pirates, leading off in center field, it's Matty Alou. Batting second at third base, Richie Hebner. Batting third in right field, Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth and doing the catching, Manny Sanguillen. Batting fifth in left field, Johnny Jeter. Batting sixth at shortstop, Gene Alley. Batting seventh at first base, Al Oliver. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. And Luke Walker on the mound. And you see his card right there. All right, so for rolling today, we're going to be using the 2d6s and read the black die as the tens digit, the white die is the ones digit, and we'll be using this d20. Also using the fast action deck, which for Fall Classic is a wonderful, wonderful tool to make gameplay go smoothly, and that's what these cards will look like, and I'll show you these every once in a while when we need them as well. Okay, first we need to see what kind of stuff everybody has. So first we'll check Luke Walker's stuff on the day. See if he has A, B, or C stuff. He has A stuff. And Ken Holtzman has C stuff. All right. Don Kessinger steps in the batter's box, and here we go with the first pitch of the game from Luke Walker. It's a 51. So that's going to be a defense check. First, we'll see if Walker strikes the batter out. He does on a 1-5. He does not. So we have an error check for Gene Alley. Could be a one-base error for Gene Alley. And his error number is a 6. And he makes the play to Al Oliver at first base, and that will retire Kessinger for out number 1 in the first. Now it's Glenn Beckert. The pitch to Beckert is a 42. That's an open result. And on Walker, that is a walk. No pun intended. Beckert goes down to first. 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. And Billy Williams comes to the plate. The pitch to Billy is a 65. So now we got to look at Walker. He is a -2 on the home run check. The -2 knocks Williams down to a 1-7. And it's caught at the wall by Roberto Clemente. And there are 2 down with Santo coming up as Beckert returns to first. Walker the stretch, and the delivery to Ron Santo is a 43. That is a walk on a 1-18. And he walks him. So there's 2 on now with 2 outs for the Cubs, with Ernie Banks coming to the plate. Earlier this season, Ernie hit his 500th home run. 2 outs, 2 on. Walker the stretch, and the pitch to Banks is a 21. And hey, struck him out with a bender. The Cubs are retired in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score at Forbes Field. So it's Alou, Hebner, and Clemente. A little surprising that Danny Murtaugh played Hebner against the left-hander. He was platooned a lot early in his career against lefties. Holtzman winds and deals to Matty Alou to get the game started. That is a 64, which is an out result. Left-handed batter hits it on the ground to Glenn Beckert. He's up with it and throws to Ernie Banks for 1 out in the bottom of the first. Here's Hebner, the aforementioned Richie Hebner, the grave digger. The pitch from Holtzman is, and here we go, it's hit to right and deep. This is going to drive Kallison back, and it's off the wall. Hebner around first, heading to second. He's got a one-out double, and he's in scoring position for Clemente. Holtzman, the stretch, the pitch to Roberto is a 12, and that's a base hit. Let's see where it goes. It is to left field. Second to home is Lou Fast. I got to think he was, and sure enough he was. So Clemente singles to left. Billy Williams is up with it, but I'm sorry, Hebner. Is Hebner fast? And he is. So Hebner's around third. He will score, and it's 1-0 Pirates on the single by Clemente. Manny Sanguillen up now. Stargell apparently getting the day off. Holtzman the stretch, and the delivery to Manny is a base hit for Sanguillen. That goes to center field, and Clemente will make third. So there's Pirates at the corners with one out. Cubs infield, double play depth for Johnny Jeter. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Jeter is an error check. First we have to see if Holtzman strikes him out. 1-2, he'll strike out. He does not strike out. A 51 error check will be on the exotic chart for Ernie Banks. So first we have to see if Ernie makes an error. He is an 8. He does not make an error. And it's odd, which means that Banks gloves it. He goes to Kessinger for one, and he scrambles back to first base for the double play return throw. So a 3-6-3 by the Cubs first baseman, a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play. We go to the second. The Pirates do get a run and lead it 1-0. In the Cubs second, it'll be Kallison, Hickman, and Rudolph against Luke Walker. Could have been a disastrous first inning for the Cubs, but they got off the hook. 36 for Kallison is going to be hit on the ground to first baseman Al Oliver, who's going to take it himself for out number one. Jim Hickman is up. Walker winds and deals. That's going to be another error check. That's going to be on second baseman Bill Mazeroski. He is an error 3. Could be a one-base error, and it's a no-base error as Mazeroski makes the throw to Oliver for out number 2. And here's Ken Rudolph with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Walker kicks and deals a 56. Hey, struck him out. The broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Gas. Cubs are retired in inning number 2. Walker was one of those guys. 71 World Series happened, and everyone was saying, oh, the Orioles pitching, but the Pirate pitching went about 8 guys deep in 71 and ended up being better than anybody thought they would be. And, of course, they won the series. Alley, Oliver, and Mazeroski, 6, 7, 8 in the Pirates second. Pitch from Holtzman is a 53. We'll check the error, or the strikeout. Nope. No strikeout. 53 right field singles. We have a range check for Johnny Kallison. Johnny Kallison's range is an 11. He was a good player, boy. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Al Oliver coming up. Al Oliver, of course, did not like being shuttled in his Pittsburgh career between first base and center field. Here he's at first today. Holtzman's pitch to Oliver is a 32. That will be an out of some kind. It's grounded to Don Kessinger. He's up with it and throws to Banks for out number 2 in the second. Bill Mazeroski up now. Maz, the pitch from Holtzman, is an out result. That's grounded to Kessinger. Don's up with it and throws to Banks for out number 3. So we've played 2 complete, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Evenly matched teams in 1970, and they're playing a very evenly matched series. If you haven't checked out the previous game, it is on my channel under Fall Classic Baseball for April 27th, 1970, Cubs at the Pirates. Okay, so Walker will face Holtzman, and then the top of the Cubs order in inning number 3. Pitch from Luke is a 56. That is strike 3 called. Holtzman watched it go by. Kessinger up 0 for 1. Walker kicks and deals. That's going to be an out result. Popped up. Richie Hebner calling and taking on the infield dirt for out number 2. Here's Beckert. Walker has not allowed a safety yet. He has walked 2 men in the first inning. 6 in a row retired for Luke. To this point, 53 will be a range. After the kitchen, oh my God. It's a range check. But first, we have to do the strikeout check. 1 to 5. Yay! Struck out Beckert. Not easy to do. And that'll retire the Cubs in the third. 7 on a row retired by Walker. We go to the bottom of the third. Pirates lead 1-0. Holtzman looking to hold serve. Walker will lead off. Then it'll be Alou and Hebner in inning number 3. The pitch to Luke. He struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley with the gas. Now it's Alou with 1 out. Holtzman kicks and delivers a 45. Gonna be an out. Comebacker, gloved by Holtzman. He turns and throws to Ernie Banks for out number 2. And next it's Hebner. Lefty, lefty, lefty against Holtzman here in the third. The pitch is hit by Hebner on the ground to Santo. Ron's up with it, and he throws to Ernie Banks, and that will retire the Pirates in the third. We go to the fourth. It's 1-0 Buccos. Meat of the Cubs order coming in the fourth. Billy Williams, Ron Santo, Ernie Banks coming up. Billy's 0 for 1. The pitch from Walker to Williams is hitting the air to center field. Going to drive Matty Alou back a few steps, but he's got time and room and gets there for out number 1. Here's Santo. He walked back in the first. Pitch from Walker is a base hit. First one of the game for the Cubs. Goes to left field, drops in front of Johnny Jeter, who collects it and throws it back in. 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. And here's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Walker the stretch and the delivery to Banks. Hey, struck him out on a bender. 4 strikeouts for Walker now. And Kallison will come up. Lefty-lefty matchup with Santos still at first. Walker the stretch and the delivery. And that's going to be a ball 4. Kallison takes it. Close call, but Ronnie Millsap calls it ball 4. And down to first goes Kallison. With Hickman coming up now and a chance to tie the ball game. 2 on for the Cubs, 2 out. Walker the stretch. Hickman's 0 for 1. The pitch to him. Hey, struck him out. Luke Walker humped up on the fastball. Pork and beans. Gas. We're through 3.5, and it's still 1-0 Pirates. Both pitchers pitching like they're double parked. And Clemente, Sanguillen, and Jeter, 3, 4, 5 hitters for Pittsburgh coming up in the 4th. Holtzman kicks and delivers. That's going to be a range check. First we check for the strikeout. It's not. The range check will be for Glenn Beckert. Beckert's range at second base is a 9. And he makes the play to Ernie Banks for out number 1. Clemente is retired. Here comes Sanguillen. Holtzman kicks and deals. Error check. Boy, we're getting a lot of them. No strikeout. 51 on the error check will be hit to Banks. Could be a bad one. Could be a 2-base error on Ernie. We'll check his error number. It is an 8 at first base in 1970. But he makes the play and flips to Holtzman for the putout. Now it's Jeter with 2 outs and nobody aboard for Pittsburgh. Holtzman winds and delivers. Jeter makes contact, hits it in the air to center field. Jim Hickman coming on and makes the catch for out number 3. We go to the 5th. Another tight ball game between these two teams. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Forbes Field about to shut down. Rudolph, Holtzman, and then the top with Kessinger in the Cubs' 5th. Walker winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out. He humped up again on the fastball. Pork and beans. Plenty of gas on that one. Here's Holtzman. And hey, struck him out. Number 7 for Walker. 3 strikeouts in a row. Hickman, Rudolph, and Holtzman going. 2 down in the 5th. Pitch to Kessinger is a base hit. Right field. Drops in front of Clemente. He gloves it and throws it back in. Kessinger's aboard with 2 outs, and now it's Beckert. Walker the stretch. The delivery to Glenn Beckert is a base hit. Right field. Drops in front of Clemente. Kessinger will not challenge the arm. He'll stop at second. There's 2 outs and 2 on for Billy Williams. Walker in a 5th inning jam. He's had 2 base runners on twice before and gotten out of it. The pitch from Walker to Williams is to center and deep. Back goes Matty Alou. Gone. Crushed, as you would have to, in Forbes Field to center field to get it out of here, and he did. Right center and deep, and a 3-1 Cubs lead. Walker irritated with himself, and Ron Santo coming up. The pitch. We have an error check. No strikeout. So that will be an error check for Richie Hebner. Could be a 1-base error. I am rolling in the 50s all day long. It's an error check for an 8. Hebner's an 8. And he does boot it. Little loss of composure for the Pirates here in the top of the 5th. Santos aboard, and now Banks is up. All right. Walker the stretch. The delivery to Ernie. Hey, struck him out. He got number 8. He struck out the side, but he also allowed a 3-run bomb to sweet swinging Billy Williams. We're halfway through this one. It's Cubs 3, Pirates 1. Bottom of the 5th coming, and that means Alley, Oliver, and Mazeroski. Holtzman winds and delivers. The pitch to Alley is hit on the ground to Kessinger. He's up with it and throws to Banks for out number 1. Al Oliver, 0 for 1. Holtzman's only allowed 3 hits, all of them in the first. The pitch to AO is ball 4. And that breaks Holtzman's string of 11 in a row retired. Now it's Maz. 1 out, 1 on for Pittsburgh. Walker in the on-deck circle. Holtzman, the stretch and the delivery is a ballpark check. Here is our Forbes Field ballpark for 1970. And we need our D20. Maz is a right-handed batter. It's a 6, and it's a foul ball. Maz fouls that one off, and somebody from Erie, Pennsylvania, I think that's the city, collects that one. And we get another delivery to Maz. That's going to be a hit on the ground to Don Kessinger. He goes to Beckert for 1. The relay to Ernie Banks is not in time. Maz beats the Rap at first. Oliver's retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and here's Luke Walker down 3-1. We'll check Luke Walker's stamina now. He has faced 23 hitters. He can go, here it's on this other card, he can go 31 before fatigue may become an issue. So they're going to let him bat. Maz is on first. There's 2 outs. Holtzman's delivery is a 54 chart. Check. 54 chart check. And that's going to be probably a wild pitch check. Here, let's see how this goes. It's a 9 for Holtzman. And it's going to be a wild pitch. I don't believe we will call that a pass ball. We'll check Rudolph's pass ball rating. And no, 1-4 on that. So it's a Holtzman wild pitch that sends Mazeroski to second. Holtzman the stretch again, and the delivery to Luke Walker is a 53. 1-2 is a strikeout. It's not a strikeout, so we'll have a range check for Ron Santo. On the 53, Santo's range in 1970 was a 10. And he makes the play to Banks for out number 3. The underrated Ron Santo makes the play, and we go to the 6th. With your score, Cubs 3, Pirates 1. Kallison, Hickman, and Rudolph coming up in the Cubs' 6th inning. Luke Walker hoping to settle things down here in the 6th. Kallison's 0 for 1. The pitch is going to be an error check. That's going to be a check on Mazeroski. His error number is a 3. And he makes the play to Al Oliver for out number 1 in the Cubs' 6th. Here's Hickman. Jim Hickman's 0 for 2. Walker kicks and delivers. Hey, struck him out on a bender, and it's number 9 for Walker. Rudolph up with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice, and he corks it to center. That's going to be Matty Alou on the run, and he's going to get there for out number 3. Luke Walker's third 1-2-3 inning, but he still trails 3-1 as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. Let's talk about Holtzman's fatigue here briefly. The top of the order coming for Pittsburgh. Holtzman's fatigue number is 34 batters faced as a starter. He has faced 18 to this point, so he is doing okay. Matty Alou is 0 for 2. Pitch to him from the Cubs left-hander. Alou slaps it to first. Ernie Banks is going to take it unassisted for out number 1 in the 6th. Richie Hebner up now. 1 for 2. He scored the Pirates' run back in the first inning. Holtzman kicks and deals. Hebner hits it in the air to left, curving toward the line. Billy Williams is going to get there, though, and that's out number 2. Roberto Clemente, 1 for 2. He drove in. Richie Hebner back in the first. Pitch from Holtzman is a base hit for Clemente to center field. Hickman gloves it and throws it back in. Clemente takes a big turn but holds it first. Now it's Sanguillen. Manny is 1 for 2. The pitch is going to be trouble. It's going to be out of here maybe. To left and deep. To the wall is Williams. To the wall is Williams. And it's gone. A 2-run homer for Manny Sanguillen gets out of here. He hits 7 on the year. And it is a 3-3 ball game. It's ballet time. 2-2. No, it's not. It's 3-3. And we're tied up in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jeter. Holtzman kicks and delivers. And Jeter flies it in the air to right field. Johnny Kallison toward the line makes the catch for out number 3. That will retire the side. And it's 3-3 as we go to the 7th. What did I say about evenly matched ball clubs? These are 2 of them. So it's Walker now facing Holtzman. And then the top of the Cub order in the 7th, Kessinger and Beckert. Walker winds and deals. Hit in the air to center. Matty Alou coming in. 3-4 steps and makes the catch for out number 1. Top of the order now. Walker back with another string, retired of 5 in a row. Got a chance to come back and win this one. Kessinger's 1 for 3. The pitch from Walker is a hit on the ground. This one is hit to Gene Alley at shortstop. Alley's up with it and throws to Oliver for out number 2. And now Glenn Beckert. Walker winds and deals. Beckert pops it up. Wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Al Oliver under it and takes it for out number 3. Time to stretch him out at Forbes Field. With a 3-3 game, we got a good one here. Another good one. In Pittsburgh. Alley, Oliver, and Maz coming up in the Pittsburgh 7th. Holtzman still cruising as far as fatigue goes. Ken winds and deals to Gene Alley, and Alley hits it on the ground to Santo. He's up with it and throws to Banks for out number 1. 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 3. Oliver 0 for 1. Holtzman winds and delivers. Oliver hits it to center and deep. Hickman on his horse. He's to the track, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 1 more biscuit for breakfast, and Al Oliver hits it out of here. Here's Maz. 0 for 2 for him. And Maz corks it to left and deep. Did he get it? Did he get it? Williams, it's gone. A home run for Maz. And it's 4-3 Pirates. And that may have just saved Luke Walker's day. 2 home runs for the Pirates now. One by Sangui and one by Mazeroski. Walker has faced 29 men. They're going to let him bat. With a 4-3 lead and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, he'll hit, and it's a base hit. A 2-out single for Walker. Holtzman may be starting to fatigue. The Cubs bullpen is going to get active. And that will be Abernathy, Matty Alou at the plate, Walker on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th with a 4-3 Pirates lead. Holtzman's pitch. Did he get him on a bender? He did. Matty Alou caught looking, and that's Holtzman's only his 2nd strikeout of the day, but he picked a good time for it. We go to the 8th. Pirates got a run to get on top with a Mazeroski blast to left for old time's sake. It's 4-3 Pittsburgh. Williams, Santo, and Banks coming for the Cubs in the 8th. Pirates gonna ponder some bullpen activity of their own here. And it's going to be it's going to be Bruce Dalcanton starting to throw. Justy is getting ready as well. Luke Walker's pitch to Billy Williams, the lefty-lefty matchup. Williams swings and hits it in the air to left. Johnny Jeter with plenty of wheels to get to that one, and there's one down in the 8th. Ron Santo up. He's 1 for 2. The pitch from Walker. Santo swings. Tapper in front of the plate. Manny Sanguian pounces on it and fires to Al Oliver for out number 2. And now it'll be Banks. Walker's pitch to Ernie Banks, who has struck out 3 times, and he corks it to left and deep. Jeter retreating, and it's going to be off the wall. Banks around first, heading to second. Jeter's throw comes toward the infield, but Ernie's got a 2-out double. And now it's Kallison. They're going to run for Banks at second with the young outfielder Cleo James. So James runs for Banks. And Kallison is at the plate with a chance to tie the game, but it's a lefty-lefty matchup. 1, 2, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So he is fatigued. And that's going to be it for Luke Walker. So we'll give you his numbers, but first let's tell you who's coming in. It's going to be Bruce Dalcanton in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Excuse me. Dave Justy is starting to throw in the Pittsburgh pen. He was their closer, of course. Gibbon joins Justy. It's lefty-righty double-barreled action in the bullpen, just the way Danny Murtaugh likes it. Kallison is 0 for 2. He has walked. Delcant the stretch, and the delivery is, oh, we got to see what kind of stuff Bruce has. It's A stuff. So it could be a strikeout on a 1-2. A struck out Kallison. Gets out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th with your score. Pirates 4, Cubs 3. Cleo James will go to center field in the bottom of the 8th. Jim Hickman dons the first baseman's glove, and he goes to first base. And Holtzman is back out for inning number 8. All right, so it's Leo DeRocher's frustration with his firemen, who he recently called arsonists, in the Chicago Tribune. So Holtzman has faced 28 batters. He can do 34 before fatigue. So he's got Hebner, Clemente, and Sanguillen. 2, 3, 4 in the Pirates order in the bottom of the 8th. Holtzman kicks and deals to Richie, and this is trouble. Gonna get over the head of Cleo James. He fumbles it. Around second goes Hebner, heading to third. The cutoff by Kessinger and the throw to Santo is not in time. It's a leadoff triple for Hebner, and now Clemente is up. Abernathy gets throwing again in the Cub bullpen. Cubs infield moves in. Holtzman the stretch, and the delivery to Roberto is hit in the air to right. Under it is Kallison. Kallison, we got to check his arm. Ooh, it's only an average arm in 1970. Hebner's going to tag. The throw coming from Kallison to home to Rudolph is not in time. And Hebner scores an important insurance run for the Pirates, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And it's 5-3 Pittsburgh, thanks to Clemente's RBI, and now it's Sanguillen. 2 for 3 for Manny. Base hit for Sanguillen to center, and here comes Leo. He wants the ball, and he wants Ted Abernathy in from the bullpen. Holtzman's day is done. I didn't tell you about Luke Walker's day, so I got to do that too. Abernathy coming on, the Submariner, to face the right-handed hitting Jeter. But now we may see the Pirates respond with a pinch hitter here, so let's wait and see. Holtzman went 7 1/3 innings. He allowed 9 hits. He walked just 1. Of the 9 hits, 2 of them were home runs. He struck out 2. He allowed 5 runs. They're all earned. And Sanguillen on first is his responsibility. He is in line for the loss unless the Cubs rally. Luke Walker, on the other hand, went 7 2/3 innings. He allowed only 5 hits, but he did walk 1, 2, 3 men. He struck out 9 and allowed 3 runs. They're all earned. He's in line for the win. The Buccos are going to have Jeter bat here against Abernathy. Johnny is 0 for 3. Abernathy's stuff today is a B. He has B stuff. And his delivery to Jeter with Sanguillen at first. Hey, struck him out on one of those benders that Submariners throw that go up. And there's 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. And here's Gene Alley. Dave Justy is throwing harder in the bullpen now. Alley 0 for 3, the pitch. Alley makes contact. He grounds it to Beckert. He's going to go the short way to Kessinger covering, and that will retire the Pirates in the 8th. But a leadoff triple by Richie Hebner bears fruit, and we go to the 9th with the Pirates leading by a score of 5-3. So the new pitcher will be Dave Justy to try and close things out here. He will face the bottom third of the Cubs order. It'll be Hickman, Rudolph, and Abernathy scheduled. Justy had 26 saves. He was a 9-3 record with 26 saves in the 1970 season. He pitched 66 games with 103 innings pitched, 85 strikeouts. And he was, of course, a right-hander. So Hickman will lead off. He has 0 for 3 working today, and 2 of the 3 are strikeouts. No action in the Pittsburgh bullpen at this time. It's 5-3 Pirates. We're in the top of the ninth. Hickman leads off. The pitch to him from Dave Justy. Oh, we got to see what kind of stuff Dave's got. It's B stuff. And it's a base hit for Hickman to right field. He goes the other way, and he gets himself a hit. Leadoff single. Ken Rudolph is due, and Ken Rudolph will not be meandering to home plate as Leo DeRocher just tackled him in the on-deck circle. That seems a little bit inappropriate. And coming to the plate will be the aforementioned Joe Pepitone to hit for Rudolph. Hickman at first. Pirate infield at double play depth. Justy, the stretch, and the delivery to Pepe is hit to right and deep. Did he get enough of it? No, he didn't. It's off the wall, high off the wall, bouncing toward Clemente. And holding at third will be Hickman, as Roberto's arm, of course, unchallenged in 1970, and the Cubs have tying runs in scoring position here in the top of the ninth, and Willie Smith comes out of the dugout with a chance to deliver. So Justy is in trouble, but the Pirate infield is going to play at normal depth because the only run that matters so far is Pepitone's at second base. So Willie Smith comes to the plate. Justy the stretch, the pitch to the left-handed batter is a base hit for Willie Smith. Is he going to plate them both? Is Pepitone fast is the question. He's going to deliver both with a pinch hit single to center. Scoring from third is Hickman. Scoring from second is Pepitone. And it's a 2-run pinch hit single for Willie Smith. 5-5 ball game now. Gibbon gets up again in the Pirates bullpen. Phil Regan is now up for the Cubs. He will apparently pitch the bottom of the ninth, which we will now have. Kessinger's up. Will he be bunting? That's the question on America's mind. Justy the stretch, the delivery to Kessinger, he is bunting. And he gets it down. Justy gloves it and throws to Maz at first base, and that will move Willie Smith up to second with 1 out. Smith, of course, is the go-ahead run. Beckert at the plate now. Glenn is 1 for 3. 5-5 ball game. Top of the ninth, Justy the stretch and the delivery to Beckert, and it's a base hit. To left field. Checking Jeter's arm. They're waving Willie Smith. Jeter's arm is an average arm. And he is a 6 in left field. Throw home to Sanguian. Smith is sliding, and he is out. He is out at the plate. 7-2 from Jeter. And Beckert will hold at first. That is out number 2, and here comes Billy Williams. Could go to Gibbon here. This is why I got him up in the first place, to face Billy. They're going to let Justy face him. Justy the stretch. Checks Beckert at first. The pitch home to Billy Williams. Base hit for Williams. That will be to left field. Stopping at second is Beckert. 2 on now for the Cubs with 2 outs, and it's Santo. 5-5 ball game. 1 for 3 is Ron. Justy the stretch, and the delivery to Santo is hit to right field, right at Roberto Clemente. He makes the catch and retires the side. But the Cubs get the 2 they need to stay alive on 5 hits. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th with your score. Cubs 5, Pirates 5. And Phil Regan going to get another chance to redeem himself in Leo DeRocher's bullpen. He is on and, of course, is eligible for the win if he can force this thing to go into extra innings. He will face Oliver Mazeroski and a pinch hitter, doubtless, for Dave Justy. In the Pirate bullpen, there is more activity. It is John Lamb and Joe Gibbon throwing for Danny Murtaugh. But first, we have the bottom of the 9th, and it's a 5-5 game, so any old kind of a run for the Pirates will win it. Oliver leads off against the right-hander Regan. The pitch is hit to center and deep right center, drifting toward the wall, and it's gone. It's a walk-off homer for Al Oliver. He hit 12 on the season. Regan threw him a room service fastball, and Al Oliver just won the game for the Buccos. Let's give you the totals for the victorious Pittsburgh Pirates. 6 runs on 10 hits, and they committed 1 error. For the Cubs, 5 runs, and they come up short again, thanks to the bullpen. Although they had runners on base here, we'll count up their left on base because that was a factor here as well. They also had 10 hits, and they committed no errors. Left on base for the Cubs, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The winning pitcher in the game is Dave Justy. The loser is Phil Regan. All right, so the Cubs, with the loss, dropped to a record of 9-7. And the bullpen nightmares continue. All right, our next game will be on April 29th, the very next day. It'll feature Bill Hands for the Cubs, who has a record of 2-1, against right-hander Bob Moose for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hope you'll join me. Don't forget to check out membership on my channel. Click on Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, and once you get to my homepage, click on the join button for all the details. Good time to get involved. Thank you so much for being with me. Have a good day, everybody. So long, everybody.